Welcome back, guys. It's your favorite fisherman's favorite fisherman, 317 Fishing. And in today's video, we're going to show you how I make my hook baits. There's a few different ways we make them. What you do is get some puffs and some kicks, which I use Arrowhead Mills corn puffs, and I use just regular kick cereal. The puffs, when you're fishing in snags and stuff or weeds, it does pop it up however long your leader is. So if you're fishing in snags, you'll want to use puffs over kicks. But if you just want your bait on top of your bait pile, then I suggest using kicks. They both have their reasons for working in different situations. But what we're going to do is we're using Lake Monsters today, like always. We're sponsored by them, and you can use whatever flavor company you want, whatever suits you best. And then we're going to be using VBN. And once we're done with that, we're going to show you how to apply the sprays and how to dip it straight out of the thing right before you throw it. So you always want to give the bottles a good shake. Now it's going to get kind of loud like the weed we smoke, so we're probably going to have to put some music. And word of advice, don't put too much in here because they will shrink. And you know what happens when stuff shrinks? Your old lady's mad. So don't let it shrink. They're all for the most part covered. Now when you do it like this, you can put powdered sugar. I've seen people use grits. You can put any kind of powdered substance on it just as an extra attractant. Let's use the Aim Delight. Again, make sure you use less. That way they don't shrink. We're going to have to microwave these for 10 seconds. Once we put them on the plate, we'll show you what they look like. Now you do want to spread them out. They're like lesbians. If you let them group up and all their legs touch, they'll always be wet. So spread their legs out so they can dry. But now we're going to go put them in the microwave for 10 seconds. And we'll be right back to show you what they look like. Alright, we're back. It's been 10 seconds. Try to show you, kind of get a better light on them. But like I said, I've seen people put powdered sugar on them, grits, any kind of powdery substance. I've also seen people put maple syrup on them, then microwave them, and then put flavor on them. So whatever, go ahead and try it all out. You'll find some of it works for you, some of it don't. So you just gotta get out there and try. But the microwave is how you can do it. Or what you can do is just take a whole bottle of flavor, dump a little bit into like a little cup or something. Then what you do, grab you a hook your bait through, and then you dip it, swirl it all around, and then you pack your bait around it and throw it out. We'll leave that there for a minute. We'll go ahead and hook up our ones we microwave. We'll do a test in the water to see if they bleed or not. Alright, that's 3 ways. And also a way you can do it is with these sprays right here. Now what the sprays do is you just simply put it on the hook, spray, put your bait around it, throw it out. So what we're going to do is find a collar. I think this one. Alright, we'll go ahead and put these 3 in first. As you can see, the one we just dipped And the flavor itself is bleeding really good. That's what it will look like once your pack bait falls on the bottom and your hook will be sitting there. As you can tell, if you look at the puffs, you can see that both of them are flowing. But if you look at the kicks, they're on the bottom. The puffs will float up a little bit and the kicks will sit straight on your bait. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to show you now how to do the spray. Like I said, all you do is put a puff or a kick or whatever you're using as a pickup. I've even put worms on there and sprayed this on worms, believe it or not. So you just spray it a couple times, and then, like I said, put your bait around it, and then just let it fly, and that's what it looks like. Now, as you see, it's a puff, so it's kind of kicked up off the bottom. You can use that in snaggy situations because it will always pop up, and that one will always be on the bottom. So if you don't worry about snags, then I would use the kicks. But if you think there's weeds or some kind of snag and you need your bait off the bottom, I would use a puff. I use them both, even at Paylakes or Wild Water. So alright, now what we're going to do is, in the very first video I showed you some rice we had. So we're going to show you what it looks like 2 days afterwards. So let me get that ready and we'll be right back. Alright, this is our rice after 2 days. As you can see, it's packing. I turned it a little over, it took me a little over 24 hours each time to turn it, but this is after turning it twice, about 48 hours. And it's sticking a little bit to my hands, as you can see, but now what we'll do is we'll throw it and show you the breakdown test on it. Alright, now she's finally starting to break down. It's been about a minute and a half, which is about what I like. Some people prefer it to be a lot quicker, but I like mine to slowly do it over time at its own pace. You're not going to get the fish right in immediately anyway, so when it fully breaks down in the water, it will look like maggots. So I think that's what attracts the fish to it, and that's why I like using it. Easy to make, and you can throw it a long distance. Alright, she's broke down now. And usually your puff or your kick will be laying in the middle. Let me see if I can show you real quick what will happen. Say your puff will be just like that. That's how it's going to look in the water. Just like that. And they'll come and eat everything around it and eventually find your puff.